Good evening, everyone. Now, I just quickly want to correct a mistake that I've made throughout the original recording. And that is, I want to shout out a really, really important and amazing person. And I forgot to do that in the original recording, so I'm just gonna do that now. I want to shout out Safi. Safi bleeds, Safi draws, backs, whatever name, really, you prefer. He's an amazing, amazing artist who actually drew something for me, and you will see that starting from the next video. But they've been amazing, or he's been amazing to talk to, and actually the special shout out is there because Safi was the first person to ever leave a comment on my YouTube. And I'll never forget it, because that is so special. Because had I never received a comment, had I never received any interaction with other people, then my motivation to make YouTube would have dropped to the ground. But Safi was the first one to take time out of his day to leave a comment and be really nice about it as well. And I'll never forget it. And so, Safi, shout outs to you. You're really special to me. Thank you so much. And I just wanted to say that I appreciate you. Okay, now let's go back to the actual video. See you in a sec. Good evening, and welcome to what must feel like an unreal video. Because it is finally time, after months of me practically abandoning ship and just not being there or giving any sign of life. But it is finally time. To be back and to finally record this damn video. And I am so incredibly sorry for only now coming back. Hey, if I sound really low energy, then that's because I am. It's been exhausting. But this is not me, frankly, bitching about my life. This is about you guys. And I want to give you something after all of this time. And I want to, and I will try my damnedest to do something for you. Because you deserve it. So, if you can hear it already, Yes, I have a new microphone. It is, I would say, 2 months old by now, which is frightening, but it is what it is. I've had this for a while, and now I can finally use it in an ASMR context to hopefully help you sleep and hopefully relax. And I bought this awesome fluffy mic cover. It is technically a wind screen. And now I can do petting sounds, which is awesome. And it will return later in the video. Because if you guys remember, I don't, I'm old and senile. If you guys remember, then quite a while ago, I talked about this, what was gonna be this video of my 500 sub special. And it would have been something different. I will say that maybe at some point I will bring back that original idea and make it a video. It was gonna be me talking about everything I ever drew. But the more I thought about it, the more I said, you know what? How the fuck is this an adequate subspecial? I'm just talking about shit I made. When it should be about you guys. And so now I've wisened up. I am a better man. At least I'd hope to think so. Instead, what I'm gonna be doing is, and I don't know if you know this, but on YouTube, you can choose whether or not you want to publicly show who you are subscribed to. And so, while I do not now have a list of 575 subscribers, which is insane, by the way. And the fact that my channel grew even though I didn't do anything for months is honoring me in a way that I cannot put into words. But also, I'm tired and a little overwhelmed right now, but it's fine. It's fine. It's gonna work out. So, I do not have a list of 575 subscribers, but I have a list of the subscribers who publicly subscribed to me. And now, if you remember, because it has been quite a while ago, I do shout out the community, at least in, the way that I can, which is showing the comments on screen. Now, I want to say that I will not be showing the regular comments on screen in this video. It will come back in the next video. But for this one, I have comment suggestions of what triggers you wanted to hear in the subspecial, and I'm going to be showing those on screen. But what I will be doing is I will be reading out the name of every single public subscriber I have, and that will be their nickname and their ad. if I remember to do it, I will try to give each and every one of those a compliment because you guys deserve it. And now some people I will know, some people I won't. But I will still, regardless, try to give each and every one of you a compliment because you deserve it. And I don't know how long this will take. I will take my time because it's all about you guys. I will have layered sounds throughout the video because I wouldn't know how to work all of the triggers that you guys wanted into like the video while also reading out names. So I will have a layered sound for you guys. And I hope it works out. It's the first time I'm actually doing ASMR with this microphone, so I hope it works out. And at the end, I will, if you happen to stick around until the end of the video, I will give some plans of how things are probably gonna change and what I want to implement on the channel after this video goes live, because there are some things I've planned, but I'm not getting ahead of myself. I will now start, that's ironic, I will now appreciate you guys. I have started long ago, so many months ago, and I've never stopped, even though I wasn't. You know what? I'm gonna shut up because I'm not bringing the mood down. Geesh. I will be reading out your names now. I will employ some of the triggers you guys wanted while reading out the names, because that works, but only for one or two triggers. And you guys are gonna see what I mean. But without further ado, let me start. Ciao Radio. Ciao Radio. With their at being Ciao Radio. Now I will have to immediately say, I won't always get all of the characters on your profile pictures right, because I don't know pop culture like at all, or only the dumb parts. It is a cute character, and I like the profile picture. I really do like it. I appreciate it. It's cute. The funny cats. With their at being at the funny cats 1. And for that one, I will say, I like that you put cat in your name, because carrots, yep, definitely. Cats are awesome. And I've been a dog person for most of my life, but I'm coming around to cats. And hyenas are feline form, so they are more closely related to cats than to dogs. If you guys didn't happen to know that yet, now you do, and you're welcome. Next subscriber is Lux. With their at being interfactor underscore day. I hope I pronounced that correctly. It has at the very least, or it, I say it, no, they at the very least have a Tron looking like profile picture, and I am a huge fan of sci-fi. So I really like their profile picture as well. And I hope I will be more creative as the video goes on. But I like your profile pictures. The next subscriber is Lou, with their at being v. Raybell. I like the name Lou. It's L-O-O. It's not L-O-U. I still like the name regardless. It's like a very cute abbreviation of a longer name, and I really like that idea. But I could just be speaking nonsense. No, actually I am speaking nonsense, but nothing's changed. The next person, the next subscriber is Neon Fox ASMR, with their at being Neon Ikar ASMR. And I will not 100% correctly pronounce these names. I'm sorry about that. Now for Neon Fox ASMR, first of all, I really like their persona. It has really nice colors. And from the ASMR videos that I've seen of theirs, I want to say that I was greatly relaxed by them and I enjoyed them. I shouldn't make that a habit because there is a couple of ASMR artists cropping and showing up here. I cannot always just compliment their ASMR. But let's see, with the next one being Tippy ASMR. And their ad is Tippy ASMR. Lost my voice there. And now, if you guys don't know Tippy ASMR, they have an ice cone or ice cream cone on their head, which is, I think, the most unique persona accessory that I've seen thus far. I love it. It's incredibly funny, a really nice and creative touch. And it immediately generates interest, I would say, or it catches your attention. I should probably have done this before, but since I didn't get that far yet, I want to say thank you to Chow Radio, the Funny Cats, Lux, Lou, Neon Fox ASMR, and Tippy ASMR. Because this is about you and my appreciation for you, so I should thank each and every one of you. And I will try to remember to now thank each one of you individually. The next one is Sidurian ASMR, with their ad being Sidurian ASMR. And let's be honest, you guys know Sidurian. I need not do an introduction. Thank you, Sidurian, for really everything. And I genuinely mean that. I love Zydurian's humor and their quirkiness. It is a really endearing quality to have, and it has relaxed and entertained me so many times now, and I just really appreciate it. So thank you. The next subscriber is Kuru Shikuto underscore Uwu, with their at being Kuru Shikuto Uwu. And thank you, first of all, for being a subscriber, and second of all, thank you for probably being the first person to make me say Uwu on this channel. I cannot fact check that right now, but it might very well be true. So thank you. Very quickly to get to a trigger that people wanted to hear. Let me be inaudible for a bit and just tell you about I don't know how I know about that. When I think about what I'm thankful for, I would say your loyalty and your interest, which has never wavered. It's very, very, very incredibly cool to me, and I am realizing that I am not inaudible at all. I don't know why, but I really suck at being inaudible. And I know that I've made a video a long time ago doing inaudible rambles, but it wasn't inaudible at all. It was just kind of mumbling and kind of hoping that it counts as inaudible, when really I just totally suck at it. But enough about that. To quote Zach Oyama, this is not about Zach Oyama. I feel like I have to pick up the pace a little bit. Thank you to Kuyu ASMR with the at of Kuyu ASMR. You have a really cute and endearing profile picture, and I love the horns. Also, Kuyu is just an endearing name, and I really like that. Thank you to Onometer with the at of Onometer. You have a really nice username. Is that a compliment? That should be a compliment. But joking aside, Onometer is a nice, like in my thoughts, in my head, unique username. I've not met anyone else or seen anyone else with that name. And I don't know what an onometer is. Like, I'm uncultured, whatever. But on the off chance that it has to do with music, I really appreciate that. Because music is a huge part of my life. The next one is called Skitters the Critter, with the at being Skitters the Critter. And you'll just love to see a deer fursona. It's really nice, invokes memories of Bambi, which might be a little stereotypical to refer to every deer fursona as Bambi, but also it's just my childhood, right? So, hey, I think I'm valid for making that connection. Thank you very much to you. Thank you as well to Dragox, with the at of Dragox6942. I hope it's not Drago X, because then I would be a right fool. But anything invoking the feeling of dragons is a welcome thing in my book. So thank you. Thank you as well to Derek H. Bay, with the at being Derek H. Bay 3314. And now I'm really sorry to just be talking about profile pictures, but this one has what I assume very probably ignorantly to be an orc, and I love fantasy, as I've said before on the channel, so I love the fantasy feeling your profile picture gives off. It's awesome. The next one, reading it is giving me a little bit of anxiety, but that's okay. Thank you to Luffy's Rice, with their ad being Yesiyama Wandastan. I absolutely butchered that. I'm well aware of that, and I'm sorry. I will not attempt it again. Thank you for challenging me and keeping my mind fresh during this late recording. The next one I want to thank is Elif, with their at being Elif6930. I just want to say, when people have numbers in their ads so far, it's more often than not included a 69, and I appreciate you guys for it, because it's a funny number. So thank you for that, Elif. Thank you as well to Fasten ASMR, with their ad being Fasten ASMR, another wonderfully talented ASMR artist in the community. And every talented and, nice ASMR artist is a gift to the community. So I want to thank you for that. 5. Another person to thank is Pablo Com, with their ad being Pablo Com 43784. you have a mildly concerning picture of Ronald McDonald, from what I can tell. And I love horror and weird stuff. So I appreciate your profile picture. Thank you. It's just gonna turn out to be like profile pictures mostly. That sucks. 4. The next person to thank is Luphomius, with their ad being Luphomius. Thank you. 1. I like the name. The name is really unique. It has a PH in it, which is always a fun letter combination to see. And I'm at a point in the video where I just talk nonsense. But that's okay. That's fine. A huge thank you as well goes to Barker Volpe, with their ad being Barker Volpe. I like the purple persona that you have going on. It's great. The next one is called Magnus, with their ad being Magnus. Thank you to you, Magnus, for subscribing and for having a very anime profile picture. I'm not gonna comment on it anymore. I'm just gonna do. I have to get through. No, it's fine. Magnus, also a really nice name. There is an old TV show, and I don't know if it has an individual or an international name, but one of the characters in that show was called Magnus, and I really like being reminded of that show, so thank you. The next one. And for the next couple of these, I'm gonna do the other trigger that people wanted to hear. Thank you to Lazy Brown Fox, with their at being Lazy Brown Fox, but with 2 X's. You have a kick-ass persona, from what I can tell. And like Lazy is very relatable to me, so I appreciate that. I appreciate you connecting with me in that way. And I'm talking out of my ass here, whatever. The next one is Andromeda, with their at being Andromeda XO3. Thank you to Andromeda. And thank you to Lazy Brown Fox, in case I missed you. Sorry if I did. But back to Andromeda. Now I want to say that while you do not remind me of a great game, you do remind me of a good game franchise, which would be Mass Effect. Because Mass Effect Andromeda is not necessarily a great game, but you still reminded me of Mass Effect, and I really appreciate that, so thank you. Thank you as well to Coyote Calete, with their ad pronunciation. Coyotes are awesome. So you are also awesome. Not an awesome possum, but you get it, right? Yeah, you get it. Another huge thank you goes out to Amargasaurus with their at being I shorts it. I don't want to assume, but I think that's a play on words for I shorted, which is great. Also, they have a profile picture of Clippy, the paperclip Windows helper. So that's honestly just based, and I respect you. The next person to thank is Nylaxi, with their ad being Nylaxi MV 2680. And Nylaxi is an awesome username, I have to say. I really like it. Oh god, I made a mistake. It's okay. I also like the red profile picture. Thank you as well to Taichi Keaton, or their ads of Sentai Samurai. I think if I see it correctly, then you have a My Little Pony profile picture. And I just have to say that from a former brony to you, respect. Respect. Keep it going. You're doing well. Thank you to Space Punch with their ad being X Space Punch. And Space Punch is honestly just a kick-ass name as well. It inspires fear and respect. That's awesome. Okay, I think I'm good on the breathy whispers for now. So, next person is. Oh god. Thank you to Evu, Alexki, or Alex Sky, with the ad being Haruka Freak. Honestly, just a good username. No, the profile picture is also very cute. I do realize it's incredibly impossible to how do I say it? Incredibly impossible to compliment people who I don't really know. And I know I did it for a bit, but also I'm kind of regretting it now. But hey, I'm nothing if not persistent in my bullshit. Next person to thank is Team Flare Fanboy, with the ad being Team Flare Fanboy 8130. Thank you. And I remember you from past videos. You were always in the comments. I really appreciate it. So, you're awesome for being active in the comments. Thank you. The next person to thank is Gilbert, with the ad being Gilbert2472. And honestly, like, Gilbert, you just won at the nickname factory or lottery, one of the two. I think Gilbert is a funny name. Never change, Gilbert. The next one to thank you very much to Salty Pretzels, and then an arrow pointing downwards. I do not know if that's a special symbol. That's what I will leave it at. The ad of them is Salty Pretzels 290. And hey, salty pretzels are awesome. Which means that you are awesome. The next person. The next person to thank is Scratch_Greenheart. With the ad being Scratch_921. And actually, Scratch, I respect the green heart. I respect it. I love it. The green heart is great. I use it all the time because my favorite color is green, and I've been dubbed Green Yin by someone, and it just stuck. I never thought to call myself that, but it's so on the nose. I love it. Also, your profile picture is incredibly cute and endearing. I just wanted to say that. Thank you. Thank you as well to Lysander, or at __ Lysander _____. You have an awesome fursuit head. I like the expression on it a lot. It's great. Another huge thank you goes to Volt the Furry Boy, or at Volt the Furry Boy 9776. I see your name pop up everywhere. I want to say, for some reason, like, your name is incredibly familiar. I just saw where I know you from. But it's a secret. I'm not gonna talk about it. No, it's fine. I love the colors of your persona. Mostly white with green hair is an awesome color combination, I want to say. And Volt is honestly also a nice name. Reminds me of Warframe, but also it's just a good name in general. Thank you to Cujo Delavoski, or at Cujo the Flufferwuff 9962. Awesome ad. I love it. I'm sorry for butchering your last name. Cujo reminds me of the Stephen King novel. And that's awesome. You're awesome for having a cool name that is, well, to be fair, associated with a killer dog. But don't think too much about it. The next one. Thank you to Furry Warrior, or at Furry Warrior 7642, who has Wendell from Fortnite as their profile picture. And even though I constantly make fun of the game, there's no hate for Wendell in my heart. Wendell is a great, great choice to put as your profile picture. Awesome. Thank you to Bacchus DM or at Bacchus DM. I will not claim to know what your profile picture is, but Bacchus is an awesome name. It reminds me, why do I keep doing this? Anyway, it reminds me of Barkus from Baldur's Gate 3. And anything that reminds me of Baldur's Gate 3 is fantastic. You have an awesome name. Thank you as well to Astaroth Dude or at MW Hello. That's at least how I would pronounce that, being a German. What? Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Crazy plot twist. Astaroth, of course. Nope. I was about to make a huge fool of myself, but the World of Warcraft is in Azeroth. It's still very fantasy, and I appreciate that. It's awesome. Thank you to Sammy_flower or at Major_Tom005. You have a fun keychain as your profile picture. And I love the inclusion of flower in your username, but not the plant, but the baking ingredient. You don't see that often, and I like that. It's awesome. Thank you. The next person to thank is Dragonov or at Dragonbruv. And I'm just gonna do it like formerly known as Dragon Thunder. But like on the old comment, like trigger suggestion, it's still Dragon Thunder. And so like that's why I know that. Hey, I always liked your profile picture because it's a really enduring and cute looking dog. Canine. Let's leave it at that, because I'm really bad at reading Fursona species. But yeah. And you're also someone who left a lot of comments, and I really appreciate you for it. Your comments have always been enduring. The next person is Charlie. Thank you, Charlie. Or at Charlie EG4FW. Now, anyone who has a Dragon Ball profile picture is already awesome. But to have Beerus, the Sphinx Cat of Destruction, is just what we call a pro gamer move. You were just really fucking cool for that. What can I say? Like, you're a real one for that. Beerus is my favorite Dragon Ball character, I have to say that. Because it's the only... No, that's not true. But there's a wolf trio. They are not as cool as Beerus, though. Anyway, that's besides the point. Charlie also reminds me of that really, really old meme of Charlie bit me. Hey, if I gave any of you flashbacks, you're welcome. The next one to thank is first of all, name Griffin Farmer. but with PH, or at Griffon. Thank you for subscribing and for having what I can only imagine is a One Piece profile picture. Anyone who likes One Piece is valid, because I have to say, for as maybe overhyped as One Piece is, anyone who dedicates their time to watch an anime that is over 1,000 episodes long, like, I just have to say, you are incredibly dedicated, and that's really cool. Another subscriber name that I remember is Ottertop Lilies, or at Ottertop Lilies 5424. I'm sorry. Thank you for subscribing, for being there. I remember seeing your name crop up. Also, your persona is wearing a hoodie or a hood, and hoods are just fantastic fashion items, fantastic accessories. Wearing a hood just makes you 50 times more valid. What am I talking about? Whatever. Also, Ottertop Lilies is just a fantastic username. Again, I love the creativity. Where are we in the list? I should not. It's fine. We already made some headway. We're getting there. I will pick up the pace a little though. Thank you to PalX, or at PalX. You have a Kirby profile picture, and Kirby is an icon. Awesome. The next one to thank is Ty, with at Ty.333. Thank you, Ty, for being a subscriber. I love the bird profile picture you have. It's not a bird. It's like a scarab. I'm making a fool of myself. Well, when am I not? When am I ever not? It's okay. Thank you as well to Cordy at Cordy30. Cordy is a pretty name, I will say. The next one is at the Lizard12, or at the Lizard1210. And there is an underrated, I don't know if it's underrated, but the combination of black fur and orange eyes is just very satisfying to see. So you have a well-designed persona. I like that. Thank you as well to echoes_swag, or at echoes_swag. Hey, you have a lot of swag. Also, that profile picture does remind me of Unis Honest, so that's awesome as well. The next one is thank you to Lousy Lion, or at Lousy Lion 455. Your profile picture is giving me. Oh, what is it? There's a Pokemon. I don't remember. I love the white with the red tips for the hair on a profile picture. Red and white also, like, can't go wrong with that color combination. It's awesome. Thank you to Gorb or at toxic_Gorb. Gorb is another fantastic S tier name, I have to say. Thank you to Ruby Rose or at Ruby Rose 2071. I really like the name of Ruby Rose. It's a nice alliteration. Thank you to Jomir or at Julia97. You thought I wouldn't give a compliment, did you? I just have to come up with one, but it's fine. Oh, what am I even thinking about? You have Oberon as your profile picture. I just had to really make it big to see it. Oberon is a fantastic Warframe. Incredibly underrated for some reason. I don't get it. Oberon is fantastic. And you're based for having an Oberon profile picture. Thank you to Cucumber Nimbus. Why did I say it like that? Whatever. Or at Cucumber Nimbus. In probably the worst way, your profile picture reminds me of Homestuck. I've never read a single page of Homestuck, but people have talked about it. And now my mind is infested with Homestuck. I hope this counts as a compliment, probably not, whatever. Thank you to Missing Kidney or at Missing Kidney 9308 08, whatever. Now, technically, I would just think it would be Missing Kidney, but regardless, I remember your profile picture because it looks like a Jotaro Kujo hat, and I always like that. The hat, which is not actually a hat because it ends at some point and there's just hair. It's an impossible hat, actually. But yeah. Thank you as well to Daria or at V Daria. You have a really precious and cute profile picture. Now, for the next one, I don't know if I should actually say this, but I'm also not known to make sound decisions. I want to say thank you to Pierce_Wolf 007 or at Pierce_Wolf 007 or 007. I know Pierce. I've talked to Pierce before. And so I want to say you are a very kind and caring individual. And I appreciate that you reach out and that you know, are very willing and ready to talk. And if I phrase that word, it's because I don't really give back all that much. But that's like my fault, obviously. So yeah, Pierce, you're awesome. Thank you to Common Knowledge or at Common Knowledge X5N. And now, while common knowledge is not the same as common sense, like, what is common knowledge actually? Your name sparks conversation, and that's awesome. This is such a shit show, honestly. Whatever. I think it's actually kind of funny. Okay, let me do more with the stereo because I forgot. And I'm just reading names off of my phone right now. And I'm calling this a special. Well, it is what it is. At MA647SP1, also known as Bad Coyote 666, who has a paw print as their profile picture. I just respect the name. What can I say? Bad Coyote 666 is a very respectable name and appreciated. Thank you. Thank you to Genya Kozlov, or at Genya Kozlov 1316. I forgot how to pronounce free for a second. It's not my finest moment. Thank you to you. Genya is a very pretty name. I would assume it's a first name, like a legal first name. And so I want to say that's a very pretty name. Thank you to Log, or at King Cherry Blossom 2059. Your profile picture shows a dog and a question mark, so the dog is clearly confused. And that's just me all the time. There is actual, like, real life, like people have said, I am basically just described by two memes. And it's the dog sitting in fire saying, "This is fine." And it's the other dog looking into the sunset with his eyes closed. That's my two moods all the time. But this is also a fantastic dog to kind of describe me because it's just confused. And I'm always confused. Awesome name and profile picture, Log. Thank you. Thank you to Nick Thompson, or at Nick Thompson 783. You have the main six of My Little Pony as your profile picture, and that's based. Thank you as well to Ouija Sire, or at Ouija Sire. That fox has a very long snout, and that's precious. Thank you. Now, the next one, and I will start whispering very close again, is Nados V1. Or at Nados V1. And you have an awesome Dragonborn as your profile picture. Now, not a Skyrim Dragonborn, but the Baldur's Gate 3 and probably by extension D&D race of a Dragonborn, which is also my favorite and main race in Baldur's Gate 3. So you're a real one for that. Highly appreciate it. Thank you to Drew Künzli, or at Drew Künzli 1519. Now, I pronounced that last name very German. I hope that was correct. I don't know if it was. I hope I didn't make a mistake. You have an awesome username. And I like Drew as a first name, and that last name is wonderfully unique. Next one, and I'm gonna have problems with this, but thank you to Maxo74 or at Maxo745. Now, I might be completely wrong about this and assume that this person is French, because du is a French preposition, I think is the correct word, but also other languages also use du like in their sentences, so I cannot be 100% sure if it is French. Also, if it is, I'm not gonna pronounce 74 in French because it's insane. No, I thought about it, but I really cannot confidently say what 74 is in French. Alright. Thank you to Tyne Crine C or at Tyne Crine C 4769. Nice. I could be completely wrong about this, but Tyne Crime just makes me think of time crime. And I like that. It's funny. It's iconic even. Hell yeah. Thank you as well to Will MR or at Will MR 4197. You have a Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, I'm gonna assume, profile picture, which is awesome because Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is a fantastic anime that I have actually yet to watch, but I've seen clips and I loved all of them. You have great taste in anime. Thank you to Comrade Liar or at Comrade Liar. Their profile picture is a creature getting pets. I don't know how not wholesome I want to go, but that arm looks detached or severed. So, and it just gives me like there's this satisfying mix of cute, but also maybe kind of brutal or gory, and that's a nice mix. Thank you. The next one is Damorapan Snowman or at Damorapan. Thank you for being here. Once again, that profile picture gives me Homestuck vibes. And, like, I don't know anything about Homestuck, but I'm just gonna assume it's good and awesome. So, very good. You're doing really well. Homestuck is awesome. I hope I am catering to the correct group of people here. Thank you to Akimara Tier 04 or at Akimara Tier 2004. It is an awesome idea to put a watermelon slice into your name. Watermelon is fantastic. It's very hydrating.
520004 in your ad means that you were born in the year of 2004. That's awesome. 2004 is a good year, actually. And no, thank you to HR or at HR Key Free Yo. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have good like experiences with HR lately. But you are the good type of HR. You're doing good work. Thank you. The next one to thank is Crepple66Wolf or at Crepple66Wolf96. Crepple is an awesome name, as long as you don't slur your vocals. But it's cute. I like it. It's cute. You have a cute name. The next one. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. I swear. The next one is Tiramisu or at Tiramisu ASMR. I've seen you pop up here and there. And tiramisu is honestly just a goated dessert. A goated food. So you have a fantastic username. So many fantastic usernames. But that's just the kind of community that I apparently have. Hopefully still have. So thank you for that. The next one to thank is thank you to Origai or at Origai Kusetsu, who has a panda persona, if I am correct about that. I hope I am. And pandas are fantastic, so thank you for being here. And like, I'm just gonna say it again, pandas are fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna go back to soft speaking. I am kind of falling asleep right now. It's really late, I'm gonna have to say, but yeah. Thank you to Nick, or Nick at Nick YL3CX. Nick, hey, with all of the creative names, sometimes it's nice to go back to a simple grounding name, and Nick is an awesome name. Thank you to the comic opossum, or at the comic opossum. I always want to say cosmic opossum, but comic is also great. And opossums are great. Like, opossums are great animals. And I don't just say that because I'm biased. And I like Amy or Amaranth ASMR or Amaranth the possum. But no, opossums are great. A great species. Always edgy. I have to say. Always edgy. But I like that. I like edgy things. Thank you as well to Fluxy or at Fluxy Aureliu. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Whoa. I am looking at the profile picture, and that's a cool fucking character design. I just like dead ass. Love the color combination of orange and green, very nature inspired. Think of carrots. But that's just a cool, like, kind of angular art style, and I love that. Hell yeah. Thank you to
Black Lagoon or at Black Lagoon. I always see your comments pop up everywhere, and I really appreciate it. Like, everyone who leaves comments is awesome and fantastic. I always see Black Lagoon's comments popping up. I really appreciate it. You are awesome at leaving comments. Thank you to Cinnamon Sticks or at Cinnamon Sticks Official. Oh, I hope you guys didn't hear that, but I got a Discord notification. Hey, Cinnamon Sticks are great, and Cinnamon Sticks is also an awesome username. Hell yeah. And there, I think there is a sunset in that profile picture, so that's also awesome. Thank you to Mikey Pawn. That's an awesome looking profile picture, I want to say. Oh, also at Mikey Pawn 768. Cannot forget the ads. Cannot forget the ads. Whoop. Discord keeps popping up. I really hope you guys cannot hear it. Whatever. Mikey reminds me of Turtles, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is a goated show. It's awesome. So, Mikey is an awesome name. I keep doing this, but honestly, you guys just have awesome names. What can I say? Speaking of which, next person to thank thank you to Sleeps with Dragons or at Sleeps with Dragons. We have a bard in our midst. No, but bards are awesome. And you have a cool Charizard that looks like a middle-aged dad. And that's relatable. It's not relatable actually, but it's based. I love the glasses on it. The way too low glasses, like not actually looking through the glasses. It's just very low on the nose. That's dad energy, if ever I've seen it. Thank you to Vexit Fallen or at Blinding Orchid. Orchid is nice to have in a username or in at. Vexit Fallen makes me think of certain video games that I shall not name, but even just the association to video games is awesome. So thank you. Thank you to Dragons Werewolves or at Dragons Werewolves 9062. You have a really cool dragon in your profile picture, and what I will compliment you on is actually having a dragon on your profile picture, because, and people might not know this, but Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon, they technically do not have dragons. There's not a single dragon in Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon, because dragons have wings and 4 legs. So the quote-unquote dragons in Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon are technically drakes or wyverns, one of the two. I don't actually remember which one it is. I just know that it's not dragons. But you did it right. So hell yeah, that's awesome. Thank you to Wesley J. Dunn or at Wesley J. Dunn. I remember you having a different profile picture. It's maybe showing up in one of the earlier comments. You switched to green, and anyone who switched to green is just awesome, because green is the best color out there. What can I say? I don't make the rules. Also, Wesley J. Dunn is just a satisfying name to say. Thank you to Kit the Bip, or at Kit the Bip. Kit the Bip, also just a fun name to say. You have a very nice, fun name. Thank you to Agerine Anchor, or at Agerine Anchor. And fun facts, because you have Anchor in the name, one of my favorite games that I've ever played in my life has been remade, and it's Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. And Black Flag is probably the best Assassin's Creed. I mean, my favorite Assassin's Creed is Origins, but like, if I had to say, like, mechanically and story-wise, I think Black Flag is probably up there with the best Assassin's Creeds ever. And the association to that, even though I just made it up, is awesome. Thank you to Cappy Wolf, or at Captain Wolf 1944. I love the color combination of your persona. The red, or between red and orange, kind of hazel maybe, hair color is a really nice touch. I love it. Also, like, it's just a really cute style for your profile picture, for your persona. It's awesome. Thank you to Thrasher the Spaceball, or at Snake81 Pliskin. What type of cool ass metal name is Thrasher the Spaceball? Right? Like, am I wrong for thinking so? It's a kick ass name. I love it. Hell yeah. Oh, another person I actually know, at least a little bit. Thank you to Pikachu, or at Pikachu Snowball. I can actually have a more personal or personalized compliment. Pikachu, you are a really, really cool and good Warframe player, and I appreciate that about you. It's based. Thank you to Mr. Soapman, or at Mr. Soapman, who made fantastic comment suggestions, or trigger suggestions, in the comments, and is just really funny. I love that. I hope you didn't hear my stomach. I'm kind of hungry. Whatever. Thank you as well to Wow Yum Cookies, or at Cookie4231. And honestly, yeah, cookies are yum. They're great. That's base. Hell yeah. Thank you to CJW, or at ColeWhite3039. And honestly, CJ is a W, because GTA San Andreas is a fantastic game. I've never finished it because the mechanics of some missions are just not good for your health, but CJ is a W. You're right. Thank you to Silas ASMR, or at Silasoof. That's like the worst one that I have uttered yet. I'm really sorry for butchering your name. But hey, anyone who is a fellow ASM artist is awesome. Cool profile picture as well. Thank you to Repomances or at Repomances. Very anime profile picture. You have Repo in the name, which I don't know if that is an allusion to the game, but it's funny either way, I would say. Hey, I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, please do.
Now this next one, actually very, very close to my heart, I have to say. Thank you to Destin Barke or at Delta Hope 113. How do I say this? Destin is a very, very dear friend to me. A very, very dear friend to me. And I cannot count the amounts of time that he's just been there for me. And I just really, really appreciate him. So thank you so much for still sticking around and being here. It means the world to me. And I don't say that lightly. This is probably the first time in this entire video I've been like 100% real and serious. Which should tell you guys something. Have a takeaway from that. Whatever. Thank you to Luminia or at Luminia, but with ones instead of eyes. That's a character that I should know, but I don't. And I'm sorry about that. But it's still, I assume, just a really cool character, so hey, you're a real one for having that as your profile picture. Also, Luminia is a fun name to say. Thank you to Benji the Rabbit, or at Benji the Rabbit. I like the cute earnestness of that profile picture because it's so, how do I say it, homemade but made with love. And I really appreciate that because sometimes you can have artists who make something that looks like a Disney still or a Disney character, but while there is a lot of talent in that, it kind of feels like mass-produced or manufactured, whereas this is a more unique art style, right? If you think about it. And I just really like the earnestness of it. Whether or not it's intended, like, I just like it. Thank you to Forrest, or at anti-I7. And you have a picture of a train, and I don't think I've shown enough appreciation to the train community. So trains are awesome, and everyone who likes trains is also awesome. So are you, Forrest. Thank you to Blog Nana, or at Blog Nana. Nana is a great name. Thank you to, I don't know, Winky Face, or at, I don't know, Z2V4M. I also don't know. That's honestly, like, just really relatable, and you're a real one for that. What can I say? You're a real one for that. How often have I said that? It doesn't matter. Thank you to Bree Universe VA, or at Bree Universe VA. It's nice to see a VA out here. voice work is really like, hey, like I'm a an ASM artist. Like, of course, I'm gonna be appreciative of voice work, but yeah, hell yeah, I like that. And lastly, but not leastly, what is thank you to Ryan Giesler, or at Ryan Giesler, who has what? No, like no. Oh, it's a pod lid, and the residue of whatever was in that wicker, like glass, whatever. It looks like a smiley. That's honestly, it's nice that sometimes just something happens in real life and you just happen to see it, you happen to notice it. But it's something so unique because you could never just reproduce it like with intent. It just happens. And if you happen to catch that moment, that's something really special. I know, I'm just talking about a smiley and a lid. But it like I'm being genuine here. I think that's really cool. Awesome. And with that, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, as well as anyone in between and beyond, after only 1 hour and 30 minutes, we got through all of my public subscribers. I know I've goofed around and I've done some bits here and there because this guy thinks he's a comedian. But, like, genuinely, thank you to every single one of you. Because there is no need, actually, or no good reason to subscribe to me. I'm just a quirky guy, or yin, interchangeable, really. Just whispering or softly speaking into a mic, kind of calling it a day. Like, I'm very, very gagged and lost for words when it comes to my channel. The fact that it has grown, even though there were months of absence, is insane to me. And no matter the reasons behind my absence, because I'm not gonna get into it in this video, because this is not about me, it's about you. Like, you had every right to just walk away and not care about this. And some people did, and it's well within their right. I totally get it. But I'm so thankful that so many of you stuck around, so many recognizable names that I know and that I've, seen before and that I've interacted with before. And it's really cool. And I'm just gonna go back and forth a little bit. I probably stopped the background triggers because I just want to talk and have it be, more focused on what I want to say. So again, because I am a broken record, thank you guys so much for being here and for making this as fulfilling and rewarding as it is. I have always maintained that this is not a job. This is a hobby for me, right? I have my normal work, and I do this as a hobby because it's a rewarding thing that I want to do, and that is not like imposed upon me by someone else. And the fact that I'm not gaining financial gain out of this makes it more fun and more rewarding because it's not a matter of I have to do this. Like, there's no choice. I have to do this to get money to, survive. my livelihood depends on doing this. No, this is something that whenever I have motivation, whenever I have the time, and whenever I just need a distraction and something to, I say fulfill a lot, but it's just the best word here. Whenever I need that, I have this channel. And the fact that I genuinely, apparently, can help people and that people are interested in this and that people enjoy this warms my heart to no end. And what I do is not that I'm not making complex videos. This is going to be maybe the most complex video I've ever done. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Like, honestly, it is yeah, there's a lot going on probably with background triggers, but and the fact that this is still enough to help people is so satisfying to me. So yeah, before I close out this video, because it's been long enough, obviously, and I've been doing shenanigans and I've been kind of wasting your time. I mean, if I'm boring you to the point where you sleep, then hey, mission successful. What can I say? I did what I set out to do. But there are some things that I want to get into. And so, as a reward, quote unquote, for sticking to the end of the video, or until the end of the video, I'm gonna tell you about some things that I have planned and that I want to change. So, if everything goes according to plan, and this will be the last video where I use my old style of background, of thumbnail, of whatever. Anything that like visually this like is a distinction for my channel or the visual identity of my channel. This will be the last video that I use for it. And like I'm not changing my persona. I'm not abandoning Avande because no, I'm not gonna do that. I forgot to say at the beginning that I'm Avande, didn't I? You guys still recognize me, hopefully, probably, I don't know. I was so excited to record this. You guys don't understand. I actually needed to record this right now. That's besides the point. I have plans to improve the channel, to give new life to the channel, and not just by uploading videos, but by having a new look and a new polish to everything. And I want to do certain things. And I'm gonna like make, I don't know if I'm gonna make videos on it, but I'm gonna make community posts on it. Hey guys, it's me from the future. Don't be alarmed, I just want to quickly add something before my past self keeps talking himself into a hole. I'm gonna tell you right now that I plan to make a Discord server for everyone, for the community to hang out, to do stuff. I'm gonna say that, however, I very unfortunately, because I was quite tired, referred to that as a Discord channel instead, when in actuality it is a server. So it's gonna be probably very annoying for everyone, but for the remainder of the video, I'm gonna talk about Discord channels when in fact I am meaning a whole server. Just so you guys know. Okay, back to the regular scheduled programming. First of all, I plan to make a Discord channel. This is gonna annoy some people. Like, I've seen like comments, at least one, of someone saying, "Hey, I enjoyed this video," and then you started talking about Discord channels, and I was like, oh. Like, I personally, I have to be very thankful for Discord channels because a lot of good stuff happened to me because of Discord channels. And if I can somehow create a space like that where people can not just hang out, but it's actually like improving people's lives, then I want to try that. I've had this plan for a while now. I've been talking to a few people about it. I want to make it a reality, but only if you guys are interested. So, first of all, Discord channel is the first idea that I have. Second thing that I want to do is I always say guys, right? And some creators have chosen a name that they use for their viewers, for their members, for their, just fans on YouTube. And if you guys want to, then you guys can choose a name that I'm gonna call you from now on. This is something that's like, it's a way to, have more interaction and more of a not necessarily personal, but just a more individual, dynamic with the viewership is by having a name for the viewers. And so I ask you if you want that, and if so, what kind of ideas you have for possible names I could use. And as soon as it's decided, I will then start using that in upcoming videos. And because, like, I'm already talking about it, yes, I am planning on making more videos, obviously. Like, I'm not making a special and then stepping away again. I really hope those words don't come to bite me in the ass, but no, I think it's gonna work out. I really hope so. More confidence. It's gonna work out, you guys. So that's something that I thought about and that I want to do is the new name for you guys. Another thing that I already talked about, but the visual identity of the channel is gonna change. I have commissioned some artists for new persona art. I have stepped beyond Zorki, actually. I'm still waiting on some commissions, and I've been waiting on some commissions for months now. It's fine. But yeah, I will use these new commissions on the channel. I will have a new profile picture. I will finally be recognizable as a yin. The banner art will change. I will use the new art on thumbnails, obviously. It's not to the point where like I can afford to commission a new piece for every single profile, for every single thumbnail, because this is not my main source of income and I have other things to pay for. But yeah, that's something that's gonna happen. And I'm excited to show you guys because I love those commissions and I've just had to hold back on showing them. And it's been a little, it hurt a little because it's so cool to show off art and I just couldn't. Another cool thing At least I think. And it's exciting that after so long, because it just happened a few days ago, I can now talk about it. I have a VR headset, and I now also have a VR avatar. And I know that's like the Furry ASMR starter pack is to have a VR chat avatar. But I'm so excited about it. I'm so incredibly excited about that. And I now have the option of making VR chat videos. I technically, like, if you had asked me last year or at the beginning of this year if I have a plan to make VR chat videos, I would have said no and I would have laughed in your face. But VR chat is really cool. And it's awesome to have because I don't have a fursuit and I'm not going to have a fursuit for the foreseeable future. Um, but having the option of still like being my persona is so satisfying to me. And I never thought it would be as satisfying as it is. So that's something that I'm gonna get into. Now, I still don't plan to do like any roleplay content. Um, like, I don't know, a barbershop roleplay or stuff like that, because I'm just not comfortable doing roleplays. I want to keep it like more low key and just straightforward ASMR videos. However, and I don't know if it's ever gonna happen, so I don't know if I should talk about this, but someone has been suggesting or um, offering to do a collab, which honestly already very humbling and very honoring to me that I would be asked. Like, not even me asking someone else, but someone asking me if I wanted to do a collab with them. And I have yet to, uh, like, nothing is solid, nothing is confirmed yet, but it might turn out to be a roleplay. I wouldn't know. I would do my damn best to make it a good roleplay. I don't know if it's gonna end up being one. Like, I don't see myself doing roleplay on my channel, but for the sake of a collab, who knows? This is so weird. But yeah, that's something that just came to mind. I didn't even plan to talk about this because I forgot about it. But no, it's still on the horizon. That's awesome. And because I'm not only gonna do VR chat videos, like I love the art that I got of my persona way too much to now only do VR chat videos. I am gonna do VR chat videos, but I'm still also gonna do like static background videos with my persona, like pictures of my persona on it. And I have received from Zorky actually a commission that I want to say I have to look at how it works, how I would be able to do it. But basically, like a PNG tuber thing, because it's the same picture with slight variations. And if I can set it up, then in non video, like ASMR videos, I can have that PNG be at the corner of the screen and just move whenever I talk. And I don't know if that would work necessarily for ASMR, but I want to give it a try. I want to try it out. I think that could be really satisfying to pull off. But yeah, I think I'm done talking. I think I've gotten through all the news. That's just a little peek into the future. Just some things that I I'm thinking about that I'm planning to do. Now, I don't know if the PNG thing is going to work out. I don't know if there are other roadblocks ahead. Probably. But yeah, it's honestly just exciting to be back, to be recording this, to actually do the first step. It's really, really important. To all of you guys who stuck around, not just until the end of this video, but also for all of these months, thank you so, so much. I really appreciate it, and I cannot put into words how much I appreciate it. And I think I'm too tired to like sound genuine, but I truthfully do appreciate it. It's crazy, and it's been a crazy time. But at the end of the day, I hope that you and that we will stay safe, that we will have a good time ahead of us, and that we stay awesome. Thank you guys, and if you want to, then I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, and thank you for over 500 subscribers. You guys are the best.